It got its name from the movie musical The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas, starring Dolly Parton and Burt Reynolds. And this is a practical set, meaning you can film on the inside as well as the outside. Now, as opposed to a practical set, we have the facade behind it, which we discussed earlier, false front. And this facade was built for the television series About a Boy, starring Minnie Driver. Now, sometimes movie makers need more of a legit neighborhood to film in. And that is when they will come here to Colonial Street, otherwise known as Anywhere USA, because this street can be modified to look like anywhere in the United States. Like, say you need Christmas in Michigan, like in the movie Why Him, starring Bryan Cranston and Megan Mullally. You can take all the leaves off of the trees, add some fake snow. Congratulations, you have Christmas in the Midwest. Or maybe you need a crisp fall day, like in the movie Casper, starring Christina Ricci. You can add silk leaves to the trees to make it look like fall, and you can decorate the houses to look like it's Halloween time. This house here on the right, the gray one, you might recognize as Keenan's house from the show Keenan. And sometimes filmmakers just need more of a generic suburban Midwestern neighborhood. You also might recognize this as Wisteria Lane from Desperate Housewives. And here in the middle, this park was built for Desperate Housewives to really add to that suburban feeling of the neighborhood. The next house we'll be seeing coming up on the right, you're going to see it has a little tree house in the back, was used as a stand-in for a house in St. Louis, Missouri for the final episode of the final season of Superstore. You remember that all the characters had a big cookout at the end of the series, and that was filmed here on the right in this little backyard that you're seeing. Looked much bigger on TV though. So you're probably wondering, what is this neighborhood being used for today? Fantastic question, I will tell you. Coming up on the right, you're going to see a yellow house with a grayish green trimming, and that is currently being used as Davy's house for the Netflix series Never Have I Ever. And although this is a practical set, you can film on the inside. The inside of Davy's house in the show is actually filmed on a sound stage, so they only use the outside of it. And this area that we're driving through right now down here was used in an episode of Bel Air. If you watch the show, you remember that Uncle Phil's character went to a cookout with his sorority brothers where they did a stomp routine. And that was filmed right here on the street. Here's some more examples of things that have filmed on Colonial Street. Now, sometimes filmmakers need to go one step further, and they need more of a woodsy setting to film in. And that is when they will come here to Wilderness Road, which at first doesn't look like much, it's just trees and dirt. But this is what makes the Universal lot so unique, because this is the only studio lot that actually has an outdoor wilderness setting. So a lot of other production companies will come here to film. There have been many dead bodies found here on 911 starring Angela Bassett. But you'll also recognize this area from the Netflix horror movie Bird Box, starring Sandra Bullock. This is where the makeshift campsite was located. Now, this street has another name, Steven Spielberg Drive. All of the streets here at Universal are named after prolific people throughout Universal history. The next street that we are about to turn down is called Janet Leigh Drive, named after Janet Leigh, star of Psycho. And you may also be familiar with the work of her daughter, Jamie Lee Curtis, of the Halloween movies. So we got a nice legacy of scream queens in that family. Coming up on the right, we're about to see even more picture cars. The first one that you're going to see is the double-decker vehicle that was used in Arrested Development. Next to that is Mr. Bean's buggy. Tucked away, way in the back there, you're going to see there is a bright yellow vehicle that they really need to pull forward. But that is Bumblebee From the Transformers franchise, as well as the independent movie Bumblebee starring Haley Steinfeld. And in the middle, Smith's Piano Service, which was used in Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Recently missing from this picture car lineup is Dom's Dodge Charger from Fast and Furious, because they needed it to film Fast and Furious 10. The fact that they didn't name it Fast 10 near seatbelts, I think, is a real missed opportunity. Tell marketing I'm available. But I don't know about the rest of you. I'm kind of tired. It's been a long day. So I think maybe we should take a nice little nap here at this motel that comes with pretty much no reviews. The Bates Motel, which is always known for having 12 rooms and 12 vacancies. And on the outside, you're going to see yet another picture car, Marion Crane's 1957 Ford sedan that you remember was trudged up from the bottom of the pond at the end of the movie. Now, hello.
Norman.
Everyone, I think that's Norman Bates. Hey, this is super sketchy. I'm so sorry, everyone. This is highly unusual.
Oh.
I'm so sorry, everyone. This is very graphic material. Children, shield your eyes. Maybe if we're super quiet, he won't even notice we're here.
Huh.
Okay, Eddie noticed it. Hey. Snitches get stitches. We cool, right? Yeah? Yeah, good. Okay, not cool, not cool, not cool. Go, 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 go. Go after tram 4. Tram 4 in the back. Be back there. Thank you. I'm so sorry, everyone. Didn't mean for y'all to get stabbed and threatened with a knife. Now, coming up here at the top of the hill, we do have the Psycho House, which was originally just a facade, so the front and sides that we're seeing now. And then for our purposes, they added the other two sides to create a shell, which means it's completed on the outside and empty on the inside.